Hey, I moved to another place. It was a lot of work. Um, if you moved or if you have this experience, you probably have, you know how it is. First, I was really clearing the space. I really kept things that sparks joy, as I mentioned in one of my recent videos. And then, of course, it's also this emotional component, I felt really grateful for the time that I lived in that place. And I opened up, of course, to the new place that was waiting for me, and that now I'm already, um, I can't say really settled in, but it's a work in progress. And one thing that I notice is that when I feel tired, like I feel now, that it's very important for me to take step by step. It's it's a gentle process for me, and even when I was practicing now this past couple of days, that I take it maybe slower tempos, and I take it sometimes bar after bar, sometimes page after page. um, and I really, if I feel any nervousness or anything, I just come back to this present moment, and I have this small discussion with myself. What do you think you should do? And of course the mind is always working, and I love that. But you know how it is, it's this, you should do this. And of course when you move, there is still a lot of clutter. It takes some time to put everything in place, and I really wanted to find this perfect place for each and every thing, so that I don't just put everything somewhere so that that it's finished. I really take time. I really took time, and I will still take time with that. And of course it has a lot to do also with really trusting myself that I will just know where to put something. Because the old self would probably be stressed out because of this, it takes too long time, or why can't you decide, or this is the old chatter. But the new me, I'm really, especially when I feel that I have this chatter, or I feel these glimpses of some nervousness in my body, that I, at that time, I take it even slower. So I walk slower, I practice slower, I play the piano, it in a very slow pace, and and I'm becoming more aware of really taking or going step by step. And this technique for me, or it's not really technique, but it's really, sometimes I thought actually that I got overwhelmed by the bigger picture. And now I just know that I really love to tune in into the bigger picture. But sometimes it can be overwhelming, and at that time I really go back and I just take, what is my next step? So maybe it's just the technique I'm talking about. It's 22 minutes of practicing, or it's 22 minutes, or it's 5 minutes, or it's 7 minutes. It doesn't really matter. It's just, which action supports me in this moment. And then the next step, which action supports me in this moment. And accepting, it's okay if you feel tired, it's okay if there is this clutter there. I'm opening up a space in me so that I know what to do with it, and then I take action. Sometimes it's really just few minutes, and sometimes this leads me to, like yesterday, I just thought in the evening, oh, I will just go practice for just a little bit, because the mind was saying, oh, come on, don't do it today, don't practice, I'm so tired, and so on. But I said, look, I have this, I know it supports me, so I just want to do it. And for me, it was 22 minutes from the beginning, that's the minimum. And why is it like that? You can really check if you want to, of course, my video when I talk about why and how I got into this 22 minutes technique for me. And then I did it, and I just sat there, and it was so wonderful. It was far more than 22 minutes. And today in the morning it was the same. I had this coffee, and then I just opened the score, and I just said, let's just take it page by page. And it was again far more than 22 minutes, but it was also because I didn't force myself. I didn't set this, you need to practice this much, or you need to do this and that. But it was this one step that I could do. It's something that 22 minutes, for my practicing is really something that I say, wow, that's nothing. But it's a lot. It makes a difference. You change. I change the energy, I change the focus. And then either I stop practicing and I do some other action. And sometimes action is also just laying on a couch and just breathing, and taking away the phone and everything, and just being here and now. So I wish you all the best. Have a great day, evening, morning, and bye.